It cannot be doubted that the potential role and impact of ICT is immense and oftentimes unquantifiable in its ability to create, generate and build on synergies and linkages within societal, governmental and corporate life, and how these elements serve to stimulate and sustain socio-economic growth and development. One of the most definitive elements associated with ICT is its focus towards fostering a culture of technological innovation, but more importantly, how this innovation can be effectively amalgamated with technological platforms towards bringing true and sustainable societal outcomes. As South Africans, whether you are a business owner, worker or homemaker, we find ourselves in the midst of massive movements and improvements in technology, communication and information systems. It is for this reason that the Department of Communication and Telecom proudly hosted the 2009 ICT Career Expo. It was the perfect meeting ground to bridge the gap between ICT and South Africa's future leaders. Statistics recently released by the Department of Communications Minister Simphiwe Nyanda showed a lack of students enrolling in ICT-related courses.
The ICT Career Expo is an initiative of the Ministry of Communications, Meraka E-Skills Institute, which Dr. Veso heads in collaboration with Telkom, Meraka Institute at CSIR, and 24 ICT-focused further education and training colleges. This is in line with the 2009 medium-term strategic framework, which states that it is important to support FET colleges and to link them with business, industry and other advanced education and training programs to, among other things, achieve the following. Firstly, create awareness about career opportunities within the ICT sector and to profile the ICT-related youth development programs within the Department of Communications and Department's portfolio organizations. Secondly, expose the students to the importance of the ICT sector in the economy of South Africa. Thirdly, facilitate an opportunity for students to interact with experienced industry professionals and also afford them an opportunity to do site visits to government and corporate ICT facilities. Lastly, provide an opportunity for students to experience firsthand different ICT applications, e.g. animation, voice over IP, and so on.
Our participation in the exhibition, the Career Expo, today is to ensure that we create opportunities for youngsters, that they understand the ICT industry, they understand the opportunities that are present at Telecom in a way of employment and learning and development and growth, as well as to ensure that the country and the sector has the right skills and capacity to grow ICT and capacity in the country for economic growth and for our population.
South Africa is facing a crisis. We do not have enough ICT skilled people at different levels of the economy to support knowledge economy initiatives. So we've decided on the e-skills Expo to popularize ICTs within the work environment. The e-skills Institute sees FET colleges as playing a fundamental role in delivering the requisite skills that our economy needs going into the future.
When you look at business, business is very dependent upon ICT. When you look at government, from an e-government perspective, from an e-health perspective, from an e-commerce perspective, ICT plays a critical role, and ICT has a major dimension in terms of an economic driver for the society at large.
What we've done was to create awareness. Many of our students, doing ICT modules at FET colleges are not really aware of the big picture in terms of the ICT sector, the role of ICTs in the economy. So the idea was to expose them to what is happening in the real world, to expose them to the latest technologies, and to get them to understand what kind of skills are needed in this new emerging information society and knowledge economy.
The role of the Department of Communication and Telecom in support of the ICT Career Expo, I think through the event that we've just seen in September this year, that the DOC and Telecom forms a formidable partner when it comes to hosting events such as this. This was seen as the first pilot of our ICT Career Expo as an event that we actually want to host on an annual basis. So when we look at the ICT Career Expo next year, it's going to be much more exciting, it's going to be much more bigger. We are going to involve much more organizations to actually work with us in this exciting ICT Career Expo. As was the case with the previous ICT Career Expo, we had major organizations there. We had big role players within the industry, such as Cisco, such as Microsoft, Telkom South Africa, Neotel. All the major players were there. And the major players are on board now, so we do know that they are actually supporting the concept of an annual ICT Career Expo.
We're here today basically to attract the students, to tell them about all the nice Microsoft certification, what they can do with technology, because I think a lot of youngsters think it's just about programming, but it's much more than just programming. So we brought this screen with just to show them what we can do with technology.
Information and communications technology are ever-changing components of every world-class country, and South Africa is no different. The ICT Expo 2009 encompassed all vital components which make up an efficient and professional information and communications technology. The ICT Career Expo gave IT and communications experts of South Africa the opportunity to reach out to students who are considering a career in ICT. Events and initiatives such as the ICT Career Expo could change the way students view their own professional potential while showcasing the existing melting pot of information and experience that South Africa has to offer. Judging by the eager participation and exceptional feedback from students, Telkom role players such as Charlotte Mokoena and the Minister, the 2009 ICT Career Expo certainly boosted more interest into this vital cog in South Africa's corporate, educational and skills development initiative. Informational sessions, educational and practical lectures and talks by role players such as the Department of Communications, Telkom, Internet Solutions, Microsoft and NEMISA covered a wide range of topics and exposed students to the wide array and multitude of possibilities within ICT. A friendly football match and ample time to socialise with some of South Africa's most committed ICT role players.
The partnership we have with GEOS is the fact that they're pulling together Imeraka eSkills Institute, which is a driving force behind various levels of workplace and eSkills across the industries and across the nation.
The 2009 ICT Career Expo role players proved that practical experience backed up by sound educational information are vital to help the ICT experts of tomorrow to fully embrace both the successes and gaps within South Africa's current ICT market.
So our association with the GEOS is to ensure that the workplace skills sector and the workplace skills focus is driven within the needs of the industry and within the needs of the sector.
The way forward we regard as an opportunity to really make this expo a fun event.
The objectives that we are trying to achieve with an event such as this is basically to create opportunities, to create workplace exposure to the youth that has an idea where they want to go to with their careers, but they're not really certain where ICT leads to. So we want to actually give them that exposure by taking them through practical realities, by exposing them to the latest in technology, and therefore helping them then to make a sound decision in terms of career path for them that will affect their future, but also that will affect the future of the country.
Students were given the opportunity to visit some of the best in-class ICT institutions on the continent. Visits were made to the Telkom National Networking Operations Center, NNOC, Cisco, NEMISA. Since 2006, Telkom has been committed to government's GIPSA, or Joint Initiative on Priority Skills Acquisition Initiative. The ICT Career Expo therefore makes up but one of the many active and practical systems which have been put in place by the Department of Communication to ensure that today's youth are educated, prepared and empowered to become tomorrow's telecommunication leaders. Telkom's Centre of Learning has also proved to be a professional and socially conscious role player in educating South Africa's youth. The gap between South Africa as an international ICT role player and the rest of the world is slowly closing, and it will continue to do so with the help, support, practical and informational experience, and most importantly, exceptional dedication of South Africa's business leaders. Information is truly the key to unlocking the vast intellectual, mechanical, physical and social powerhouse that makes up South Africa's youth.
So in the future, the Expo will be a combination of exhibitions, but also workshops, seminars. We will get guru lectures to motivate people, our young people, and to get them to enroll for ICT courses at FET colleges, but also to motivate them to pursue academic careers beyond the FET college.
So far, I think the Expo is going pretty well. I've learned a lot. The workshops that we go to, I went to Telkom and Neotel and all these, and I learned a lot from there, and I gained a lot of valuable experience, knowledge from the companies that I went to yesterday, and I think I'm still going to gain a lot.
The Expo so far has been spontaneous, it's been fun. I mean, enjoying it. These dance moves, these dance lessons, and it's all fun. And we also participating in the mechatronics robot competition, where we had to build a robot for. We took about approximately 2 weeks, and I think the robot's running fine, and I hope we'll win the competition.
The ICT Career Expo serves to say, whatever you can do or dream, you can. Begin it. Boldness has genius, magic and power in it. Begin it now.